So it's Felicity here with HRH TV, and I'm chatting to Steeleye Span. How are you today?
Fab.
We're good. We're very good. Yeah.
Fab Dabberoonie.
We've arrived safely. And we've just done a little unplugged thing. So yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
And the Unplugged, I mean, that was just brilliant. You had literally a packed out room here. You were 2 foot away from everybody, and it sounded fantastic. I mean, do you enjoy doing things like this?
Oh yeah, it's nice to have the kind of intimacy of something like this, so you're really close to everybody and actually see their reactions as well, which is nice, because when you're staring out into a big arena, you can't see the faces, so it's nice, yeah.
No, I mean, this weekend it's been, like, I really do love this festival because it's so different from, I think, a lot of the bigger festivals that are around. Because everything about it is just so intimate here, and, like, you know, you're just wandering around, and we have a sci-fi convention, like, going on.
I can't wait to see that. That's going to be, yeah. Are they all dressing up and stuff?
Yeah, like Sylvester McCoy's knocking around the place.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw one of them talking, and he's all dressed up, and he said, "Oh well, after 20." And it was somebody, obviously a beginner, he was talking to. I thought it was great, you know. Well, of course, after 20 years, you know.
I just wish we'd dress up.
Yeah.
The Cyberman suit.
Do you have a lot of experience in Cyberman suits?
No, not really. No, honestly.
We had two members. We had two members that were Wombles.
Oh, of course, yeah.
We did. Yeah, two members of the band were Wombles at one point in the past.
So brilliant. And so how long are you guys actually able to stay around for? Can you stay like the whole night? And
We're actually going. We're heading. It's the last thing of our tour, so we're all.
We've been on the road for sort of a month, really, haven't we?
Oh,
And well, yeah, in your case.
So
we are
Sadly.
fairly sharpish.
and so the set tonight, it's going to be very, very different from what we've just heard. So what kind of things can we look forward to from it?
Well, louder. Yes, electric.
As you know, we've done this thing with Terry Pratchett. This is the sort of the biggest new thing that we've done. I mean, obviously, and that's been a great collaboration. As you know, we lost him last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was only last week.
Which was really sad. Maddie knew him quite well. And so that's a real sad thing. So it's a really kind of, it feels a little bit more meaning to what we're doing with the Pratchett stuff. I mean, interestingly, it's what the thing that we have that with the Terry Pratchett stuff, with the more proggy stuff, is that Maddie's good at getting us back to the trad stuff as well, so that we keep a sort of balance on it. Because I haven't really got, my background isn't absolutely musically in trad, whereas Maddie's got a lot of experience in that way. So that's the kind of balance. So there'll be some. Yeah, we fight it out. You fight your corner and hope for the best.
So when it all degenerates into a fist fight on stage, like we'll walk it.
I think that's actually what we need to do.
Last night of the tour, end it in a brawl.
Yeah, nothing to lose.
Exactly. Like you don't have to worry about like bruises the next day because you're going home. So.
Yep.
I shouldn't be encouraging this.
No, it's great. It's great.
We're doing quite a few things from Wintersmith, because I think it's partly the Wintersmith project that's kind of got us this sort of up to a point, the proggy sort of thing, because we were let ourselves, and we had producing the rhythm tracks and mixing it. We had Chris Tangarides. You know Chris? Yeah. So we had the Dark Lord himself, as he's called. And he calls his wife Mrs. Dark Lord. So yeah, it's good.
Stuff. Bob Johnson was. It was an influence on the guy in Motorhead. What's his name? Lemmy. Not Lemmy. The guitar player. I can't remember his name. But you know, so we've always had quite a heavy side to us.
Bob Johnson, he's done a lot of the things we do tonight. He was responsible for putting these lyrics to his ideas musically, and there's 4, I think, of them tonight that we do. So he was a very big part of Steeleye, you know, and I play his parts, you know, on a lot of them. So it's it's a very big influence what he had.
And I think the joy of like the kind of the prog audiences as opposed to any other, they're just so accepting of people who genuinely love the music that they're playing. And like I mean, watching you guys, just then, you're so obviously so passionate about it, and it's really, really nice that there is this crossover as well. And I know that a lot of people are really, really looking forward to the set. So
It's good.
We're looking forward to it too.
Yeah.
No, and like I know that obviously it has been if you would rather not talk about the whole Terry Pratchett thing because it's too soon, then we can absolutely move on. But I mean, how has it felt, kind of having to play this kind of thing on this tour with all this that's been going on?
Well, it's been weird, really. But I think that the abiding image for me is of Terry going through the portal with death. I don't know if you've read any of his books, but he has this character of death, and it always speaks in capital letters, and it's quite funny, and it leads people gently through, and he has a conversation with them at the end of the bed before they go, and I sort of see, I hope that it was like that for him. You know.
In his sleep. It was nice, you know, with his family around.
Like it's such a kind of fitting tribute that you guys are able to be doing this like now as well, and it's a really nice that even now that kind of a legacy is carrying on in something that is so markedly different as well.
It's lovely. It was a very interesting thing to do, because he was a very extraordinary man. He was an extraordinary man. I mean, he absolutely took no prisoners, and was very, very astute, and he knew, a bit like we were talking about Francis Rossi earlier. Person who seems to know what's going on in the room all the time. There are a few guys out there like that, and Terry was one of those.
No, always a great joy difficult and challenging, I can imagine, but fun. Yeah.
Such a rich thing to mine. That stuff is ideal for, you know, when there's been all this tradition, the ballads, the great ballads with magic and brutality and whatever, and Terry's books are just fantastic for that, you know.
Yeah. He absorbs stuff from everywhere, put it into his books. It was just incredible.
Including Steeleye, of course, was an influence on him. I think he heard, which is how he was a fan of Steeleye.
It's his track that he took to the desert island was one of ours. Thomas the Rhyme.
Totally surreal, that kind of thing.
It's kind of a bit. Took us by surprise.
Wonderful. And like the next few months, I mean, what's on the cards for you guys? Like, where can we expect to see you next, and what is going on?
Well, we've got some festivals. We're going to America and Canada in the summer, and then we're out. We're touring again in December, I think.
Recording.
And we're recording.
And we're doing the new record as well. Yeah.
So going to be a nice busy year then.
Yeah, plenty to do.
That's good. Well, this is what we like to hear, and thank you so much for taking the time to chat. This has been such a great pleasure. I really hope that you enjoy the sci-fi stuff later.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to playing, of course.
No.
In that big old room there.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I mean, if
went
last
in
night's
and
crowd
was loud.
Yeah.
I had to look at. Here we go.
If last night's crowd is anything to go by, you know, it's going to be
Really,
it's going to be such a treat. So proper music fans who are just really excited to be here. So yeah. So wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, nice one. Cheers.
Thank you. Thanks.